Hi, welcome back to my channel, God's United Child. My name is Lataya as usual. Big up to all my followers. Guys, I really appreciate you. So anyway, today I'll talk about marriage. You know how I said, people when they wish me, oh, go and get married, you get, or whatever. I said, wish me money, wish me peace of mind. Because marriage is not for the weak and it's for the strong. And when I said these women that are in marriage, they're not weak, they're very strong ladies. I saw that this lady, she came out and said literally that she's been 8 years abused in her marriage. And I look and I said, that you always praise this guy and said, oh, he's taking care of you and this is how he treats his queen, and you're always backing him, but in this subtle way. So I used to find like something is off, and then she used to just have babies back to back. And I think she's in America. The guy's some kind of content creator, just always talk about her themselves, and then he talk about how men mistreat their woman. But in the text you see where she came out and said, oh, he's an abuser, he broke her teeth, and then there was a message where he said to her that she must go and fix her teeth somewhere else because it's more cheaper there. So you see where he wants to save money while breaking her tooth. Then in the end he literally bust up her eye. You see pure black thing she's saying. Now she's saying like literally that over 8 years it's been so abusive and she's so ashamed. And you see how these women, I tell you that they just smile. They just smile while they're suffering in the marriage. And I'm telling you, it's not even nice. But how can you hold it down all in the name of money? Because at the end of the day their content grows, so they were monetizing it, so they got a lot of money and endorsement and whatever. For this man to come out with telling you, oh, this is how you treat your queen, I think even she give birth like in water in the house, and proper water birth, and it was there. But in the text you see where she always saying, oh, I wish you were here, you should have been here with me, you're the one that put me through this. And I'm looking at it and I'm like, what kind of fake life is this, all in the name of marriage? And who tell anyone that you need to be bust up and abused and literally belittled to be in a marriage for it to last for 8 years? Me, I tell you that I married one dragon, and the moment that man look at me, just as we say I do, he whisper in my ears and say, I regret it, I wish I never get married so early. And I'm like, this old dragon, how can he not? I said to him, so why you didn't tell me a bit earlier? And that guy, when I said, you know what, call it a day, I couldn't even get to annul it because he was fighting for me not to annul it. And then when it come to the divorce, he was fighting for me not to divorce him. So it was so diabolic. They want to cage you and then manipulate you and treat you less than. So only when you find like a man that, like I said, that he wish you well, then he wants to see your best interest, that he doesn't give you